Hello, random YouTube people. Well, as I'm sure you are all aware, that quite a many people, and perhaps you are one yourself, just hate the design of the Cybertruck because it's so simplistic. And I'm sure you've all seen memes like this on social media, comparing the Cybertruck to what looks like what a child would have made for a Pinewood Derby car. Well, that's exactly what I just did. There's certainly some merit to that idea, isn't there? Let me show you how I did it, and most importantly, why I did it. Stick around.
Subscribe.
Our neighborhood was hosting a Pinewood Derby event for the men. This wasn't for the children of the neighborhood, but for the adults. And so I thought that would be fun, and I picked out a kit, and I sat on it for quite a while, and I didn't do anything because a lot of things happened. First, my bandsaw wasn't working. Then, our dog was diagnosed with diabetes. He ended up going blind. A lot of other things were on my mind. Originally, I had high aspirations for this, but I ran out of time. And so at the very last minute, I realized I had to do this Pinewood Derby thing. And I thought, well, what was the easiest thing I could think of? And of course, immediately the Cybertruck came to mind. The standard Pinewood Derby kit just comes with a block of wood, 4 wheels, and 4 axles. Some would argue that the Cybertruck already looks just like this, but let's make it look a little closer. So I just drew 2 lines on the board. I didn't make them meet in the middle, I just made them meet off to one side more than the other. Then with my Ryobi belt sander, I sat it on the side and then just put the piece of wood up with my other hand and pushed it onto the sander until it met the line that I drew. And it pretty much looks like a Cybertruck already, just with those 2 sections sanded off. And then I just grabbed the sander again and sanded off these 2 edge pieces. Sanding just these 4 sections off a block of wood makes it look pretty much just like a Cybertruck. So I painted it a silver color and decided that that was good enough. But as I looked at it, it just didn't look quite right. The part that I'm missing is this angled section on the top half of the vehicle. So to do this, I just drew one straight line from the back to the front. Then I just drew a straight line from where the end of the line I just drew was to the top of the roof. And then from the top of the roof, I drew all the way back down to the other side of the vehicle to connect back down to that straight line that I drew earlier. I then sat and drew these lines with my pencil so that I could see when I sand it down how far down I need to go on all sides, just to make sure it's nice and even. And of course I did the exact same thing on the other side. And here's the end result for all that effort. I think it was helpful to have the wood primed first so it was easier to see when I was sanding. And here it is after I painted it. You can see doing that little extra sanding did give it some more character for sure. And then just like it is on the actual Cybertruck, the bottom section is a little black. So I got some painter's tape, marked off a small section of the bottom, and then painted it black. Then I did the same for the windows and the tonneau cover. The front windshield comes up the front a little bit, and then it stops at the top of the roof. And then the opposite for the tonneau cover, it starts at the very back and then it comes up a portion of the way to the back. And so I just met the side windows at those same points on the front side and on the back side, and it lines up and it looks pretty good. I was going to paint the wheel wells and the door details and things like that, but I ran out of time, and one, the wheels take up so much area that it kind of defeats the purpose of trying to paint it on there anyways. Well, I entered it into the Derby, and I called it the Cyberpine, and it did not win. It came in 7th place, which is ironic because that's probably the position I would put it in the list of trucks that I would buy. But what do you think? Do you like the Cybertruck? Do you not like the Cybertruck? Do you think this proves that the Cybertruck looks like a Pinewood Derby car a 12-year-old could have made? What are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, remember, smash that thumbs up button, share it with all of your friends, leave me a comment, and don't forget to
Subscribe.
And if you didn't like my video, feel free to go make your own video.
Subscribe.
If you want to watch more of my videos, just search for my name. DIY BRY. Yeah!